Hello everybody and welcome back to Tonga, where we are currently making a hard push towards getting our second colonist. That said, it's going to be a little bit awkward because we really don't have the finances to pull off a second colonist. Now, I would very much like to be running our colonist on promoting settlement growth, obviously not in Tonga, but perhaps in Fiji. Nope, not in Fiji. Maybe in a Hariri once that gets fully colonized. But for now, I mean, it would be fine in Tonga as well. I generally like to have it have like a 25% chance or higher. So we'll probably switch that around later on. But we don't have the money to run a second colonist. We know that for a fact. We are going to be losing 1.75 ducats per month if we do that. However, the question then becomes, hypothetically, if we were to construct ourselves temples, in Tonga we could get 0.2. That's pretty sizable. That's 10% of a colonist right there. Now, obviously we need a little bit of money to make it. We can get the money. Like, we could take out a loan, we could continue debasing our currency. Realistically, I don't really want to debase our currency any more than we already have. I think we can safely start taking loans again at this point. So I'm going to take 2 loans, like so. Now, this currently has us losing a tiny amount of money. I'll just do that so that we're updated a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and construct this temple in Tonga to get ourselves that small amount coming in of 0.2. Any other optimizations we can make? Well, we could potentially poke our merchant guilds for a contribution. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Anything else we can do? Not really. We're just gonna have to wait at this point. So let's go ahead and tick forward. We are, of course, on speed 5 for right now. That will change later on once this gets a little bit more involved. But for right now, speed 5 will do. We have, of course, hello, 2 base tax in Tonga. 2 base tax is worth so much more than 4.33 ducks. Alternately, we could get a 50% tax modifier for a year, but I think this early in the game, 2 base tax is worth so much more. And that's available because our ruler is Midas touched, which I don't remember if I set that up or if we just got super lucky on that. It's one of those two. Okay, surely this is going to be finishing soon, right? Yeah, quite soon. 932 right now out of 1,000. Oh, native assimilation. We're good. Excellent. March on in, and we are going to start colonizing Kirikiriroa. Kirikiriroa, yeah, that's correct. We're going to send colonists over there. Fantastic. Now, we don't have a core here, and we should go ahead and core this so that we can get more taxes from Ahuri. Fantastic. So we are currently making about 0.59, and we did finish that. 0.54. Some of this is in interest, so we can pay off some of these loans. The other option is we could potentially go further into debt to make another temple, but I don't think that's worthwhile just now. The other thing that we have to keep in mind, of course, is that we're going to need to start coming down here for these 1,000 because 9,000 natives here, and 5,000 natives here. I don't want to go higher on our amount of army currently because that, costs money. We can get our second colonist. Do we want our second colonist, or would we rather get marketplaces? Let's see, will this also increase our production? I'm not sure that it will. Workshops would be a good thing to get too. We're not going to be spending any more resources on development. That's going to be what the second colonist is for. We're going to be losing a ducat and a half a month if we get this second colonist and immediately send him out. That's something to keep in mind. That said, that might be worthwhile to get our spread that much faster. There's 4,000 natives on Samoa, but we can go ahead and use it, say, here, to promote settlement growth. There's a 31.2% chance of raising development 1 point in a random category annually there. So that would be a possibility, but that's still going to cost us the full amount that a colonist will. And I think it has the exponential expense associated with it as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think it's going to cost us at least 2 per month. And it may cost us as much as like 3 per month, which would be really devastating. That said, we can just send him there when we have excess money and just take him out when we don't want him there. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and grab him. +1 colonist, and we'll promote settlement growth here and just see how much it's going to cost. Okay, it's a doubling. If we have more than 2 colonists, then the cost grows quadratically for anything above 2. So we're going to sit on 2 colonies for a while. That said, we can't really colonize these, but once we get down here and we're colonizing this, then we can colonize these simultaneously and just move our army back and forth if we don't have some place for this guy to promote colony growth. But we're definitely going to be running into some financial issues, to be sure. That said, we can afford to take loans for a little bit here. So yeah, we are currently promoting colony growth here. 31.2% chance of adding a base tax production or manpower every year. What else can we do to save money? How else can we make this more lean? I mean, we probably don't need this much army maintenance. We can cut our army maintenance down to probably around half a ducat a month, realistically speaking. We could also spend down our inflation. A big part of it, though, is our corruption at this point. And that's not going down by very much, but that's also why we're not trying to debase our currency more at this point. At this point, I would rather be paying interest for now. That may change later on. I mean, we could declare bankruptcy, but that's kind of a terrible idea. Let's see, what else can we do? I mean, we could potentially just keep going until we run out of money. And I think that's going to be our best bet right now. We've pretty much gotten all of our efficiencies that we can. We're currently losing 1.31 per year. And our colonist, oh, hello, corrupt admirals. Losing navy tradition, that's fine. But look at this, base tax in Ahriri. That is really important right now. That is really super important. It's now down to 27.7%, but that's okay. Native assimilation in Kirikiriroa. I always want to say Kirikirakoa, but it's not. It's Kirikiriroa. I don't know why I want to say that, but whatever. Clergy modifier expired. That's fine. Let's see. They're currently at 72% loyalty. We could demand admin support from them, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. We can demand diplomatic support from the merchant guilds, but their influence isn't quite high enough. We could also potentially do something with the nobility, but I don't think that's super important. That said, we do desperately need to be making about a ducat a month more. We're going to go ahead and allow ourselves to go a little further into debt, though. Hunting accident. Our heir died. We have no reason to be at a higher stability, right? I mean, interest per annum. There is interest per annum in the stability. Let's lose the prestige. I think the prestige hurts us less. I mean, global trade power, but I don't care. We're not trading with anybody. So we're going to go ahead and take a loan here. And that'll keep us going for a couple more years. So far, so good. I keep hoping that we're going to get another base tax here. That would sure be nice. Oh no, they're attacking Ashikaga. What are we ever going to do? Japan is, you know, so close to us. So very, very close. Like everyone else in the world. Europe will show up eventually, though, and then we're going to have problems. I would love to colonize these, but those are just not an option right now. We would need to double our size here. Base manpower, that's not ideal. Now it's below 25%, but we don't really have anything else to be doing with this colonist right now, so we'll keep promoting growth there. Because we really can't afford to move our army out of here and start colonizing this. Naval supplies here. Okay, sounds good. We have a new heir. Excellent. Apparently Moana is our new heir. That's kind of exciting. Yep, our heiress is Moana. Spelled a little differently, but interesting. Okay, so we're going to be running out of money again quite soon. But that's okay. We can do that. We have 439 settlers here. 443. So this is growing slowly, but growing nonetheless. And of course, our corruption is very slowly declining. In fact, we could just not root out corruption right now. That might actually be a good idea. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively take this loan. And now we're losing a little under 1 per month. Now we're going to be losing a little more because we're replenishing our troops. But that's okay. I keep hoping we get another base tax here in Hariri. Do we want mercantilism or do we want trade efficiency? I feel like we're better off with mercantilism. Provincial trade power modifier and embargo efficiency. I don't think it actually matters, but we'll go ahead and keep the mercantilism around. Okay, that was actually a bad idea. We should have taken the trade power instead. Good to know. Okay, so about 1 ducat. Are we going to be making 1 ducat from this guy? About half a ducat, it looks like, from Kirikiri Roa. Ooh, we can do a government reform. We absolutely should. So we could do monthly autonomy change reduction. I don't think that matters. Or we could take max promoted cultures. I don't think that matters. That's a little unfortunate. I guess, promoted cultures is slightly better, I think, in this situation, because we might potentially be colonizing someplace with non-Polynesian culture. Or taking over a place with non-Polynesian culture. Whereas, realistically, monthly autonomy change, we're not conquering land, right? So it's not that big of a deal right now. Okay, we can spend some ducats and admin power and reduce our national unrest. I don't think that's necessary. Or we can gain 5 legitimacy, and that's pretty cool. I think we'll take it. Our legitimacy is going down from our negative stability, but that's okay. I keep hoping that we're going to get a stability event. Hasn't happened yet. Colonial range increase is probably a really good thing for us. It gives us more options, and that also gets us our 15% national tax modifier from our idea group. So that is fantastic. That will help our income tremendously, actually. Only to negative 0.9 a month now. We're going to be very close to positive again. When does our absent trade merchant go away? That should be relatively soon, right? That's rite of passage. I was hoping it would appear in there, but maybe it shows up here? Absent merchant, yes. Expires 18 January 1488. A while yet. Well, that might pay off in the long run, but it's kind of hurting us right now. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will continue to spread Tonga green to the world. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.